All right, got something from Lowe's. It's going to make my doing videos out here in the shop or the garage here in the summer a whole lot easier. I'm excited about this one, so let's get into it. Now, this is a portable air conditioner. This is going to be awesome. You see down there how this thing hooks up if you had a window, but you know, in the garage here I don't have a window, so I got to figure out some kind of way to vent this thing through the wall. Hope it's okay, because as you can see down there, it's got a big old hole in the box from the stupid driver dropping it, I guess. I heard him drop it when he walked up to my door with it. But anyway, they always do. So let's get this thing open and get into it a little bit better. All right, here it is. Let me turn it off for just a second. That way it's not so loud. There is your different controls on the top. This thing is awesome. And comes with a remote. Check that out. And it's the LG brand. I don't know if you've seen that. So let's turn it on and see how it works. And this thing is cold already. And you got swing mode right here. You see it right there. See it light up there. See the discharge vents moving. So that's pretty good. I guess you can see that. Yeah, I guess you can see them opening and closing, going up and down. When it gets up to the top, I'm going to stop it, I guess, right there. Got all the different controls on it. High and low for the fan. It's got a timer. Of course, the center is the temperature controls. This thing is awesome. Like I said, it's already blowing cold, and it's only ain't been on but just a couple seconds. The problem is, it's blowing cold out right here, but it's blowing hot out right here. Okay, I'm going to show you this. Came with this. This, I'm assuming, fits a window. And then, where'd it go? This piece just snaps on here. Snaps on there. And then the hose goes on, obviously, on here. It screws. You screw this onto the hose and then snap it on here. Now, because I'm not putting this in a window, I got to figure out how to get it vented, because it'd be kind of defeating the purpose of blowing cold air out the front and hot air out the back, right? So it's got to be vented. So, I got this here. It's just a standard dryer plug. Should have got one that already had the metal pipe on it, just like we put on the other one for the dryer, but we didn't, or I didn't. Just got this one and this to fit on here. I'm probably going to drill a hole in here, maybe even two, one here, one at the top, one at the bottom, and put a sheet metal screw in through here to hold this to this. And since air conditioning people and dryer people can't get on the same page, and they send this big 5-inch, 5.5, 5.25, something like that, tube, it's your vent tube, this end slides down on the AC in the back. We got this metal piece. Goes from, I think this is 5-inch down to 4-inch. Or maybe this is 5.5. I think it's 5.5 down to 4-inch. And then obviously we're just going to put this on here. Let me set it down so I can get this on here. What the heck? This was just on. Here we go. Like that. Trying to mess with me because the camera's on, right? Then I'll just put a zip screw in here, maybe 4 across from each other to hold it. Hopefully, but I got to get it through the wall first because that ain't going to go through the wall. And I can't put zip screws in here and then put it through the wall to that plastic piece because it won't be sticking out the wall on the outside enough to get a screw in here to hold this on. I know this will be screwed to the house. That's not the problem. If you ever have to take this pipe loose from this metal, if it's not screwed here, this piece, if it's not screwed in here and on the plastic piece, then when you pull it apart, it'll come apart. So there that is. So let me, and it came with a bunch of seals to go around the windows or whatever. If you're going to put it in a window, I am not. So let me figure out where I'm going to put this and drill a hole in the wall and mount it. Okay, I just want to show you what I used. What is this, the 4.5? Where in the heck is it marked at? Right there. 4.5 is a little bit big, but it'll work, or it did work, to drill a hole in the sheetrock on this side and a hole in the house on the outside. Here is the wood on the outside. What I did is I drilled a hole through from the inside of the garage through the sheetrock and out to the outside. That way I could use the hole in here for this to center this up. And then here is the sheetrock that's from the inside of the house, inside of the garage. So let's go over here and show you what I did. Okay, here it is. I know it looks like it's flashing or flickering in the camera, but it's not. Hopefully it don't record that way. This thing is cold. See how this just slides down on the AC unit? And then you got your hose, and that's how it comes through. Of course, I'm going to seal around that so nothing gets through, if you know what I'm saying. Which it's sealed on the outside wall, so it can't unless it's inside the wall itself. So let's go on the outside of the house and show you what I did. All right, as you can see, it's a flapping and it's a venting. That's pretty good. Don't mind the yard needing to be weeded. This is the one I did for the dryer. I wanted to get a new one of them, another one just like that to put over there. That way they match, but I couldn't find one. That's where the dryer, that square piece of wood is where the dryer was coming out. I had to change that because it was a little bit nasty looking. But I'm still going to fix that. That was just temporary. But there that is. I'm going to caulk around that to seal that. And as you can see, like I already said, the box was kind of damaged. And if you look in here, this package was broke. This, see where the crack is right there? That's the shape of the AC unit. So it's like something pushed down on the top of the box. This is the bottom. It's upside down. It says somewhere on there, don't stack anything on it. And apparently they did because they broke it. Broke the packaging anyway. Hopefully it didn't mess up the unit. It don't seem to be messed up. It's working. Blowing cold. Let's go over here and look. Again. Now obviously I got the garage door up, so it ain't going to get cool in here, or it won't get cold. It is already cool in the garage. That is awesome. And like I said, I still got a seal around that. And when I take this loose, because you know the freaking cord ain't really long enough, it's got to go through that crack right there to reach up there. That's the only outlet I have to use other than the one over there. Don't get dizzy. The one way over there that orange cord is on. I don't know if you can see it or not. But that's the GFCI outlet. and didn't want to use that while I'm using saws or whatever else. But anyway, because it pops the outlet. You just slide this up, and this whole plastic piece right here comes off. And then I'm just going to scoot it over here and leave it hooked right there. I'm not going to take it out of there. And it'll just hang right here out of the way. Still got enough room to open the dryer door. So, not having a window in the garage, that's the best solution I could come up with to vent this thing. Okay, I used the hole saw. This is the one I got from Vivor. Same one I used when I did the dryer vent, when I put the new dryer vent in. These things work good. Of course, you know, you're only going through sheetrock and a piece of 1/2-inch wood siding. And here's the two pieces. Right? Wood siding, sheetrock for the inside. That's pretty cool. And then I just used little short number 6 1/2-inch long sheet metal screws. I call them zip screws. 1/4-inch socket fits them, and just zipped it in there. One of them I only put in 2, and on the other end I put in 3. So that's going to come in handy. Now it's getting cold, or getting colder, cooler, I should say, right? It's Florida, it don't get cold. But that is going to come in handy whenever I'm out here doing videos with the door down. I like doing videos with the door down. That way neighbors don't think I'm going crazy and talking to myself. So, but you sweat to death out here in the summertime. That is going to come in handy. I'm excited about having that. It's already cool in here, and the door's up. So, and I don't know if I mentioned it, Lowe's sent me this to review. I didn't pay for it, so that's awesome. I guess you could say they sponsored this video. They didn't pay me any money, but they sponsored this video with the product, right? Anyway, hope you liked it. I am sure going to like it. And I can be able to get out here and do more videos because I don't have to say, oh, well, I can't go out there because it's too hot. It's going to be awesome. That's all I got for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.